Hey kids, it's Mr. Fly here, hope you're well. And welcome back to the channel where today we're going to be riding what I'm told is Spain's most dangerous road. So hello folks, and welcome to, well, I say Spain's most dangerous road. You find me on the island of Gran Canaria, where I'm out riding with my friends from Canary Motorcycle Tours, the longest channel sponsor that I've had. And well, we don't think of them as channel sponsors anymore, we just think of Martin and Joy as pals that we go riding with occasionally. I haven't actually ridden out here for absolutely ages. I think it's 18 months since I've ridden in the Canary Islands, so it's absolutely fantastic to be back. We're recording this in the depths of December. I think it's the 14th today of December, and although it's quite early in the morning, it's only about 9 o'clock, it's already 20 degrees centigrade, even though it looks a little bit cloudy here as we head in towards the mountains. But Martin, on the bike ahead, assures me he is 100% sure there'll be no rain today. So that sounds good to me. Now, I don't know about where you live in your part of the world, but certainly in the southeast of England this last year, it's been a rubbish riding season. The weather has basically been pretty pants all year, even the summer. And it seems weeks and weeks since I rode on dry roads, so this is an absolute tonic for the troops to be out riding on dry, warm roads. And it's so nice just to be in a light summer vented jacket and not to be all trussed up. A real treat. So really looking forward to today's riding. In case you're wondering, Mrs. Fly is with me. She's on the bike ahead with Martin. She's riding pilly with Martin. She always says that she likes his riding way better than mine, which, you know, you can go off people, can't you? But anyway, it's quite nice actually to be riding solo for a change. And the bikes we're on are bikes that I've never ridden before. These are brand new V Strom 800s. I'm on a V Strom 800 RE, which I think is Road Edition. That's what I'm calling it anyway. And Martin ahead is on the DE, which I think is Dual Explorer, or I think of it as Dirt Edition. But anyway, so his is slightly more off-roady oriented, so slightly higher seat, slightly bigger front wheel, I think, slightly different rake, different suspension, that sort of thing. And we will swap bikes at some point during the day, so I can give them both a go. So not only is this going to be a pleasant ride around Gran Canaria today, but also my first try on the Suzuki V Strom 800s. I've ridden the 650s in the past, but those are no more. The 800s are now what replaces them. And I have to say, having been on this one for the last 20 minutes or so, it's very nice. I'm very used to riding big bikes, of course. We just got back from that European tour where I was on the Goldwing with Mrs. Fly on the back. Very different feeling motorcycle to this. This feels nice and light. And this RE version, I can get my feet flat on the deck as well, so it's nice and confidence inspiring. So the plan for the day is to ride up through the middle of the island, which is very mountainous, as you can see. And then we're going to come out on what we know as the West Coast Road, which I don't think I've ridden before, and that's the one that actually has a really bad safety record. It's technically it's the GC 200, and well, let's not dwell on it, but apparently it sees more than its fair share of accidents, so you ain't going to be messing about when we get onto it. Anyway, we're making our way steadily into the centre of the island, and I know from previous experience it all gets pretty spectacular in there, so speak to you in a mo. So wind on 10 minutes or so, and I'm quickly reminded what riding in Gran Canaria is all about. It's been a while, as I say, since I've ridden here. I've kind of forgotten quite how nadgery it can be here. There's a lot of turns on Gran Canaria, and the roads, this is typical of the roads, quite narrow. And not particularly fast roads, they're more technical. So yeah, maybe not the best island to come to if you're a beginner rider, but if you do enjoy your bends, and you've been riding for a bit, then a fantastic place to come and ride. And like all of Spain, generally speaking, the road surfaces are fantastic, and there's very little traffic, particularly this time of year. In fact, I think that is the first car we've seen since we've been out. Of course, most people, when they think about riding in Spain, they think the Picos maybe in the north, or down in the south in Andalusia, places like that, and the riding there is fantastic, of course. But you don't get quite the warm weather that you get here in the depths of winter. Okay, it may not look that warm to you at the moment on the camera, but believe me, it's fine. It's well, actually 19 degrees up here, and we're quite high now in the mountains, and I'm only in a summer jacket, and I'm absolutely fine temperature wise. At home when we left, it was 5 degrees centigrade, miserable, foggy, rainy. It just lifts your spirits to come somewhere like this in the middle of winter, even though I know you're probably not watching this in winter. I don't quite yet know when this video is going to be published, but I suspect it'll be probably nearer springtime. But if you're wondering what you're going to be doing in winter and you're going to want your biking fix, now's the time to book up your trip. The colour of these rocks is quite amazing. I don't remember them being quite so red before. It's got more Martian than last time I came. Look at these. Definite red hue. So the V Strom I'm on has got a quick shifter. It's got riding modes, or power modes. Not quite sure what Suzuki call them. I haven't actually done research on the bike before riding it. I should have done. But it's not one of those bikes that's absolutely laden with electronics. It's just I would call it a sort of practical workhorse type bike. Perfect for these roads. Just enough power. You don't need loads of power around here because you ain't going to be riding particularly fast. But it being a big old twin cylinder engine, it's got loads of grunt. Sounds good too. Display's nice and clear on it. This one, of course, being a Spanish bike, is in kilometres an hour, so don't be alarmed by some of the speeds you might see as the day goes on. And it's a nice and comfortable place to be. The riding position is very nice. Feels, you know, classic adventure bikey really. Sat upright. Screen's got a good amount of wind protection, it seems. It's not adjustable, that screen, or maybe it looks like it is, but only by tools. You can't adjust it while you're on the move. But it's doing a very good job of keeping the wind off me. And did I mention the bike has an up and down quick shifter as well? I think they come as standard with that. So as the RE that I'm on and DE suggest, one is more road focused, the RE, and the DE is more off-road focused. That's the one that Martin's on. I think there may be some difference with ABS settings. I know that the off-road version, you can have obviously the ABS off, or if you're riding on dirt or whatever, whereas the DE doesn't have that. I think the DE has possibly more adjustable suspension as well. In fact, yeah, it has got adjustable suspension, whereas this one hasn't got adjustable suspension. Stuff like that are the differences. But anyway, I will have a go on that bike a bit later and we'll see if it rides much different. I imagine it will be quite similar, albeit it does have that different front wheel size. Also, the off-road version has spoked wheels, which means they're tubed tyres as well, I think, whereas this one has cast or alloy wheels. But anyway, they don't have an inner tube, so that's something that might be a consideration if you're choosing between the two. Anyway, that's the bikes we're on. Sun's making the first appearance of the day. It's due to be around 24 degrees today, Which would be just nice, won't it, for the middle of December? Wow. We've certainly gained some height now. Check out this winding road round here. I've described the middle of Gran Canaria before as looking very much like the Grand Canyon. And yep, it's not changed. It still looks like the Grand Canyon. Look at this. And look at this road. It's crazy. I'm guessing Martin doesn't have a lot of trouble with tyres squaring off on his fleet of bikes. I don't know if I've mentioned I've got a dodgy shoulder. Well, he's certainly going to be giving it a workout today. I keep turning the camera off thinking, oh, I'll wait until there's a different bit of scenery, but then you just go around a corner and you're greeted with this spectacular rocky formations. Quite a lot of cyclists out today, actually. Who enjoy the same sort of riding as we do. Hats off to them, because let's face it, there's quite a bit that's uphill. Carol was wondering about whether to ride herself round here, because of course she has got a bike licence and can easily ride these sorts of roads, but she's got a bit of a thing about heights. As she's got older, and I have to say, if heights aren't your thing, this might not be for you. Looks like a dam up there, look at that. So we're just coming through the little town now of Santa Lucia, which is one of our favourite little coffee stops just here. Can't have too many coffee stops on a bike trip, can you? Right, first coffee stop of the day. Can't have too many coffee stops, Martin, can you?
No.
Exactly. Now, do you remember we sat here probably 4 or 5 years ago and we had microphones and all sorts of things, didn't we? These days, look, just a camera in your hand. It's incredible, isn't it? Anyway.
You've got your little mic on.
No, don't need it, Cal, don't need it. Anyway, more importantly, you're looking a bit dark actually. Pretend there's a light here, viewers. How come you're not riding then? What's going on?
Because I chose not to. And also, some of the roads, we're going quite a long way today, aren't we? So that's why not. And the roads are quite narrow here and twisty.
That's very sensible.
Yeah, well, I am sensible.
She said she was going to say it was tradition.
No,
but anyway.
no.
What? Oh, no argument now. Go on, what?
He never gets it right, does he, viewers? Anyway, he was supposed to say, why are you riding on the back with Martin? And I was going to say, because it's tradition here. Because it is tradition.
I thought it was because you wanted a very good ride out today.
Yes. But it's tradition because it's very smooth.
Oh, okay. Right, okay.
It's a smooth
Good.
ride.
Well, I'm glad we did that rehearsal before we did that. Right, anyway.
Should
Right.
we do it again?
No.
Take two.
Let's wait for the coffee, shall we? You're not. That's that stuff that we had before with Bruce, that weird bloody con leche.
Leche.
Do you not have that anymore?
Well, you can have, yeah, very
No.
sweet.
Oh, no, I don't like
But I've noticed the weight has fallen off you since I last saw you.
It
So
has
is
come
that
off me, actually.
is that
I've lost
'cause of
12 kilos, and before you say it,
No, I'm thinking it. I wasn't going to say it.
but new year, new diet.
Excellent. Well, I don't know when you're seeing this, viewers. Why have we started saying viewers? What? So, private conversation. Right, we're waiting for the coffee. Excellent, look at that. So what are we calling this then? This is Cortado,
This is
isn't it?
Cortado, yeah.
So
This is a little bit stronger.
Yep, that's good, we need strong.
I like my men.
What, are you saying Martin's stronger than me?
No, I was looking at both of you and laughing.
Anyway, cheers.
Cheers,
Thank you for bringing us out again, Martin. It's great to be riding with you again. Cheers.
Cheers, thank you.
Oh, and I won't say Happy Christmas because this is probably going out in March or something, but Happy Christmas if it's not.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Don't have me eating it on film.
Why not?
Joe will kill me.
Oh, okay. So Martin has ordered for me this bat here. Explain what it is.
It's called estofado, which is a meat stew.
Right, and you're having that for... Sorry, I'm having that for my breakfast, apparently. Correct? Would it be outrageous to ask you to lift a leaf?
I will do, yeah.
Let's see what's in there. Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
Look, yeah, I'm not sure it's breakfast for me.
It's 9:45 in the morning.
Yes. What, do you want it for breakfast?
It's actually very, very nice.
Why isn't bacon and eggs? Oh, look, Martin's picked up my bat. Alrighty, first coffee stop done. Very splendid it was too. And the good news is, look at this, the sun's come out. Suddenly the sky's gone blue. Marvellous. Check out the Christmas decks, by the way, look at that. Thank you, Santa Lucia. Right, another hour's riding, then I think we're going to swap bikes and I shall try the DE V Strom. Ah, motorcycling, eh? Why would you not want to do this? It's just darn good fun, isn't it? Doesn't half make a difference when the weather's nice though, doesn't it? And dry roads. Not ice is good. Love the fact they have these little wiggly signs here. It's like, when isn't it wiggly here? This is another lovely little town. This is San Bartolome, I think. Looks vaguely familiar from when I visited in the past. The Hacienda del Molino. Nice. Hello, sir. Oh, Ducati. You know what? Since we've been riding, we've seen a few bikes, but I don't think I haven't seen a single BMW GS, which is quite interesting. We did just see at the coffee stop one of those Honda XADVs. You don't see those much at home. You know, the bike that sort of the motorcycle that thinks is a scooter type thing. Martin was saying they're quite popular here. It's a cheeky little bridge, isn't it? Blimey, all this traffic, what's going on? Is that a white van up there? Look at that. Once again, we've built some serious height up now. I just can't get over how good the tarmac is here. Looks like it's the last sort of 5 miles, it's just been completely fresh stuff. Really lovely to ride on. When you're used to our potholey stuff, it's like riding on a billiard table. Look at it. Absolutely splendid. Oh, I can't tell you how good it is to be riding out here again. I have missed this, I have to say. It seems a long time since I rode in Gran Canaria. I'd forgotten just how good it is. These roads are just magnificent. And these rock formations, well, it's just like riding in Colorado or somewhere. I've said it before, but what a rich place we have to ride when you live in Europe. Now, I know the Canaries is quite south as far as Europe goes. In fact, they're off the Sahara, but they still count as Europe, and you really don't have to travel out of the continent of Europe to enjoy every sort of motorcycling that there is going. It's fabulous. Right, we've stopped here in Artenaris. Bike swap time?
Bike swap time, Andy.
Excellent. Alrighty, enjoy. Anything I need to know, or is it exactly the same?
Got the same. I just find it's more comfortable for me on that than it is on this.
Alright, we'll give it a try. Oh, right, we're on the yellow beast. Right, so this is the V Strom DE, 800 DE. So this is the slightly more off-roady focused one. See, we've got adjustable suspension on the front there. It's a little bit taller, I'm a bit more on tippy toe. The windscreen certainly a lot smaller. I think it's got slightly different geometry as well. It might be a little bit more raked out. Certainly nice and comfy. You might even have a slightly softer seat on this one. I don't know, it might just be that it's I think this bike is slightly older, only by a few months, but the seats may be slightly more broken in on the RE ahead. The seat was actually relatively hard on there, not uncomfortable, just hard, whereas this one feels a bit softer. Both bikes have exactly the same engine, but weirdly this one feels a little bit smoother. I don't know why. Maybe slightly different oil situation, something like that. This one's done, just looking at the Odo, 21,000 kilometres, whereas the bike I just jumped off had only done 2,000, so this one is considerably more run in, so to speak, and maybe that's the difference. Just bedded in slightly better. But I concur with Martin, this one feels slightly nicer. Just trying to work out if I can notice the difference in the handling, given this has got the, I think it's a 21-inch front wheel on this. And honestly, I don't think I can tell the difference in handling. Might actually, it feels like it tips into corners slightly nicer, but that might just be a subjective thing. There's really not that much in it. Yeah, so I agree with Martin. I prefer the yellow one. If you're going to get yourself a V Strom 800, the DE seems to be the one to have, for inexplicable reasons. Okay, so I think we're well in the north of the island now, and to my left you might get a glimpse. You can see a big mountain on the horizon in the clouds, and that, I think, is Tidy on Tenerife, which isn't far away from Gran Canaria, and Tidy is very big. I think that's it anyway. I don't know what else it could be, because it's so massive and so dominating in the Canaries. You might get a view just on this corner here. There we go, that peak over there. Don't know if you'll see it through the camera's wide angle lens. Just to my left now you can see the level of the cloud, look, just off that part of the island. We're actually a little bit higher than the cloud here. It's always a bit novel, isn't it? And that town down to my right that you can see with the white buildings out there is Las Palmas, which is the capital of Gran Canaria. And as you can see, it's under the cloud at the moment. Quite a view though, eh? Look at that. Wow. Check this out for a valley, folks. Now, as ever, the camera won't give the impression of scale, but take it from me, on my right is a massive valley. Very impressive. Got an impressive road as well, to be fair. Man on a monkey. That'll be a monkey bike, not an actual monkey, clearly. Switch the camera on to show you this rather impressive bridge there. Look at that. Just on the north end of the island now. And that's the main road that goes round the north of the island on that bridge. Very impressive build. Well, this is definitely a road I've never ridden before here on Gran Canaria. Impressive through these rocks. Quick chance to overtake the Mercedes. Nice and toasty now. It's 20 degrees centigrade now. Perfect riding temps. A little bit breezy though, looking at that windsock. Right, so we just had a quick stop and swapped bikes back again. And had a bit of a discussion about the merits of each. So back on the blue bike, which is the more road focused one. And we both agreed, we both prefer the yellow actually, which is the DE. Although I can't really put my finger on it, I just think it's possibly just, I don't know, running a bit better. More miles has made the engine a bit sweeter, something like that. Anyway, it is now 12:37 and my stomach is telling me it's time for lunch, so we're going to see if we can find a nice spot for a bit of lunch. Luckily, Martin knows every single lunch spot there is to know on the island. So we're just heading down into the Puerto, the port at a place called, well, I'm calling it Agate. It's not pronounced like that. Agate, I don't know, A-G-A-E-T-E, anyway, is where we're heading. And there is an eatery down by the port, apparently. So that sounds very pleasant, doesn't it? 23 degrees centigrade now. Feeling nice and toasty. What's not to like, eh? Okay, folks, welcome to the port at, what's this place called? Agate? Agiata. It's like, so like Agnetta from ABBA.
Something like that.
Yeah, okay. So you seem to be going garlic then. This is the garlicky stuff, isn't it?
Well, they both are.
Keep the... Oh, yeah. Oh,
This
what's the
is-
difference then between the red one and the white
It's
one?
a tomato and garlic, and that's garlic.
Perfect. Good job, somebody knows what's going on. Right, we've ordered some fish, so we're going healthy. We'll show you when it arrives. Lunch has arrived. Check this out. Carol, what you've gone for? What is that, some sort of fillet of fish?
Yes.
Fileto fish, we call it. That's a good name for a meal, isn't it? Nice.
With canary and potato.
I've gone for multiple things, complete with heads. Nice. And your vegetarians watching, enjoy. Bit too much on the onion, perhaps, but small point. Other than that, I'm sure it's great. Bon appetit. Oh, what do you go for, Martin?
Pescado a la plancha.
And a few moments later, the little shoal, which we worked out was probably family members, is now down to heads or tails, Carol cruelly said. So, did you enjoy your fish?
Yes, thanks.
Good. Good.
Wonderful.
Excellent. And the sun's still shining, more importantly. Look at that. Right, so for the second part of our ride, we're going to ride what Martin has described as the most dangerous road in Spain.
One of the most dangerous roads in Spain.
On what basis?
Deaths.
Okay, that would make it quite dangerous. Carol, you were showing us on the map. Oh, she's stopped now. She's crying into her hands. Oh, there we go. That's where we are now at Agnetta.
Agiete.
Not Agnetta.
Agnetta, we've done
That's
that.
Abbott.
So we're going down here, the GC200, the one
Yes.
that has all the deaths, and then we're heading down
We're coming inland
back
slightly.
south.
and then
Mogan,
we'll
been there.
come
Puerto
down
Rico,
Puerto Rico.
back. Excellent. So what's that? A couple of hours, I suppose.
A couple of hours, yeah. 2.5 hours.
Fantastic. 2.5 hours on the bike in beautiful. What is it now? About 23, 24 degrees.
Certainly is.
Not bad for the 14th of December, eh? Well, thank you, Agieta, for a splendid sardine-based lunch. Really nice and absolutely cracking weather now. The temperature back there at the touristy place said it was 28 degrees centigrade, which I can't believe. Those things on the wall, I think, lie just to make tourist selfies look better. But it must be 24 degrees. Right then, so we're off to sample the delights of the GC200, which Martin has now downgraded from the most terrifying road in the whole world to one of the most dangerous in Spain. I mean, surely any road you could actually be correct by saying is one of the most dangerous. But anyway, let's not clutch straws. I'm sure it's a fantastically scenic road, so yeah, let's leave town and go and see what the GC200 has to offer. By the way, this town, Agieta, as I'm now calling it, is where you catch the ferry to Tenerife. We did that a few years ago. I got a couple of shots of the Fred Olsen ferry as it was departing. Although Tenerife looks very near, it is apparently, I think, between 30 and 40 miles away, which, I mean, it literally looks more like 3 or 4 miles away, but there we go. But an easy crossing if you ever fancy coming from one island to the other with your boat or indeed car, bike I meant, or car, then it's a good thing to do. Right, speak to you when we get on the GC200. So here we are, folks. We've made our way out of town. We're now on the GC200, otherwise known as the West Coast Road. Which Martin insists I've not ridden with him before, and I have a notoriously bad memory. I'm pretty sure I've done it, but Anyway, we'll pretend I haven't to keep Martin happy. Yeah, I'm sure I've done this. Looks very familiar. Unless I just remember it from Bruce's video. Perhaps that's it. You know, what a cracking road though, eh? Look at it. We are recording this on a Saturday, and I'm surprised actually it's not a lot more busy, particularly with bikes, because I was going to say, you can imagine how the locals on their sports bikes could really spank this, and that might be how it gets a bit of its infamous reputation, perhaps, because I think if you abuse this one, you've got plenty of options for disaster, haven't you? Looking at these drop-offs, another one not to be afraid of heights on. What a stunning bit of road though, eh? That view down the coast, absolutely staggering. Almost made all the more so because it's 14th of December and the bike's saying it's 25 degrees centigrade out. It definitely feels about that. To my right there, the island of Tenerife, just in the Clag. So we've come off the GC200 now and about to do a bit of tunnel action. Wow, pretty impressive. I do love a tunnel, me. I would say this is exactly the same road as we just came down. We're getting to do the GC200 twice. What is this game? I don't know. Well, it is quite a road, to be fair. It's a bit like your favourite ski run. You have to get the lift back up and do it again immediately. Same principle. Well, I don't want to talk too soon or anything, but that's the GC200 done. We seem to have survived, so good news. Although following Martin, I had no doubt. Martin is one of the smoothest riders I know, so you just follow his lines and all is well. But yeah, quite a road that. Quite a road in terms of the turns and the altitude and the views. Absolute corker. If you ever come to Gran Canaria, do try and do the GC200. Amazing. Right, so we've just stopped the bikes for a moment, and as you know, we've been riding V Stroms today. Here they both are, the DE and the RE. We're going to do a bit of a spot the difference, just to see. It's not going to be particularly technical, this. It is literally going to be a spot the difference. All right, team, you ready for a spot the difference? Hang on, I'm going to come over here. So, I'm right, is that DE and RE, is that correct?
RE.
Right.
And R stands for?
Road Extra Edition. Exclusive.
Discovery.
Oh, RD then?
Is it Discovery?
No, DE. No, DE is Discovery. Whatever they are, it doesn't really matter. We're going to play spot the difference. So, Mrs. Fly, you're in for this? So, they look superficially the same, don't they? I'll start you off. The beak on that one is different to that one. Right, Martin, come on then. What else? They're your bikes, you should know.
Screen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then that's the touring screen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Carol.
Carol, any?
This is the off-road one.
Yeah, but what's the difference? You've got to point out a difference. Come on, there's an obvious one.
It's higher.
Higher? Okay,
The
we'll go.
front tyre's different. I'm not
Can't do multiple ones. Right, it's my turn now. This one's yellow. That one's blue. Right, Martin?
That was supposed to be my
But-
second.
Different front suspension.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
on.
This is longer. It's fully adjustable.
Yeah, let's have a look down here. No adjusters. Right, okay. I'm going for... Is it my turn?
No.
Okay,
I've
okay.
got absolutely no idea.
Okay, you stomach, you're out. You're out. If you.
The colour one was mine.
Okay, well I stole it from you. You shouldn't have said it, should you? Are you out then? You give up?
No, I don't know anything about bikes.
Well, you don't have to. It's to spot the difference.
I'll give up.
Okay, she gives up. So I'm going to go for brakes, pedal discs,
Yes.
normal discs.
Yes.
Okay, over to you, sir.
I'm staying at the front.
Okay,
Handlebars
right.
wider and more
Upright.
and back to you.
You think?
Yes.
Oh, are you sure about that?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give it. It's your bike. I'll give it to you.
Well, that's what it says in the Suzuki manual.
You cheated. You looked at the specs overnight. I'm going to say the seat is different. I don't know if it is. Hang on. Is the seat different? Soft.
Okay.
Hard. Well, it feels harder, but it looks the same. I think I might be.
Is that your guess?
Yeah. Is it right or not? Wrong? Am I wrong on that?
You're wrong.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm out then. You win. They are your
Oh,
bikes.
she's there. She's there.
Oh, foot peg.
Foot peg's different from this one to the other one.
That's steel. The other one's aluminium.
Yep. Very good. Well done. I think we're about. Are we about there? Is that it?
Actually,
What are we going for?
decided it's where the box was on this that made it different to feel.
I don't think that's.
No, there's
no,
a difference
I was
between the
just
top
saying,
box.
I was-
You can't have that.
No, I wasn't having
You're
that.
out.
No,
Cam.
no, you're out. You're out. You can't start again. You're out. You're a loser.
This isn't strip poker where you can just join in any time.
No. I think this is taking a downturn for the worst. I think we'll call it a day there,
Have to
and
walk home.
we'll leave them talking.
lost.
And while they can't hear me, we'll declare me the winner. So we're just wending our way back now. Back to Canary Motorcycle Tours home base in Vecindario. Hope you've enjoyed this little bonus video. And it's given you a little taste of the riding that is available to you, even in the depths of winter. As I say, I'm not sure when I'm going to post this, but I think it's probably likely to be early spring, March, April, something like that. So if you're thinking about your holidays for next year, or you want to get away from some winter sun at the back end of 2025, then do give Canary Motorcycle Tours a look. I'll put a link below in the description. Click on that and you can get to all the various trips and tours they do. A nicer, more friendly bunch of people you won't meet in the motorcycle touring business. And also their tours are very, very good value for money as well. So do look them up if you are at all tempted. Right, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my ride back, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Until then, this has been the Mr. and Fly. Cheerio. So we've been riding V Stroms today, as you know. We've got two models here, both splendid, both owned by Martin. We've got the DE and we've got the RE, which stand for, Martin?
Dual Explorer.
And?
Road Explorer.
He knows his onions.